Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. Interesting news today, my friends. Former First Lady Melania Trump just tweeted about Bitcoin, talking about the 13th anniversary, which is today, of the first Genesis block being mined. So I want to break that down. We're just seeing crypto entering to all aspects of society, and this is a great sign of a growing asset class. And of course, higher prices and valuations will follow that. We also have some news talking about more billionaires are buying crypto as an inflation hedge. Now, this is something we've seen already in motion with Ray Dalio, Paul Tudor Jones, but we're seeing the trend is growing, and that is, of course, a bullish sign. And we have quite a few other folks talking about Bitcoin and crypto. I want to share the news there. And an interesting news item around the IRS seizing crypto in 2021 and what took place. So we're going to break it all down. Before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, it helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, this video is brought to you by Algorand, which is building the future of finance. Algorand is one of the leading blockchain projects in the crypto industry. Borderless Capital launched a $500 million fund to build out the Algorand ecosystem. Both Michael Arrington and Anthony Scaramucci's respective hedge funds have invested hundreds of millions of dollars to also build out the Algorand ecosystem. You have NFTs and CBDCs being built on Algorand, and I personally hold the Algo token. I am bullish on it. So if you would like to learn more, please visit algorand.com. Here, I want to remind you guys about the giveaway I'm doing in appreciation for all your support. Deadline is January 5th. So this week, Wednesday, winners will be announced on Friday. So all you got to do is subscribe to my email newsletter, link in the description, follow me on Twitter, and of course, be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And once again, 4 lucky winners will be selected. $500 in Bitcoin will be given away, $500 in XRP, $500 in Algorand or Algo, and $500 in ADA or Cardano. So you never know, guys. Sign up and best of luck. All right, look at this. Former First Lady Melania Trump, she tweeted literally at 5:22 p.m. Eastern today, it is widely reported that Bitcoin's market cap exceeds $1 trillion USD. Today marks the 13th anniversary of the Bitcoin Genesis block. Happy anniversary. Hashtag Satoshi Nakamoto, hashtag Melania NFT. I don't think a lot of people expected this. This is pretty amazing. And she shared a screenshot of the Genesis block and the notes that Satoshi had put in there. Pretty amazing to see this happening. And it makes me bullish. Now, some people may look at this and remember, all politics aside, this is not about politics, but rather looking at macro level trends, right? So leave your emotions and feelings at the door, leave your politics at the door, and just step back and look at how this emerging asset class is seeping into all aspects of society. And whether you are a fan of Melania or you're a fan of NFTs or Bitcoin or not, this is important for the adoption and growth of the asset class. You have people in places of power, of influence, whether it be from celebrity status or political status like Melania, and they're now talking about crypto. They're getting involved one way or the other. So Melania is doing some stuff with NFTs, but the fact that she's tweeting this stuff out about Bitcoin gives the market, the asset class, more visibility, more trustworthiness that people like this are talking about it. And once again, this you have to think about it from a macro perspective. You have to just step back and look at the bigger picture. All the puzzle pieces are coming together here, my friends. And Melania has, 1.8 million followers on Twitter. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of people talking about this. So pretty significant in my book. Now, along those lines, there's an article here from Cointelegraph. Here's the title: More Billionaires Turning to Crypto on Fiat Inflation Fears. The number of billionaires who have invested in crypto increased last year, and that trend could continue into 2022 as fears over fiat intensify. Now, if you've been a subscriber or listener to this channel, guys, we've talked about this, and I've always brought up the example of when Paul Tudor Jones lit the fire. He was the first domino to fall in 2020 when he wrote that letter and he put Bitcoin in his portfolio, and then we saw Bill Miller and Stanley Druckenmiller, and then eventually Ray Dalio, who was a big critic of Bitcoin, and he still is to a certain degree, but even he had to go buy some Bitcoin because we're seeing traditional financial products like bonds and so forth are failing, and holding cash, as Ray Dalio said, cash is trash. You have to put it into assets, guys, because it is losing value. Inflation is killing it. And this is how the wealthy and the rich have always been able to maintain their wealth and grow it as well. They've put it into assets when things like this happen. While normal, everyday people who are not financially educated, they usually say, oh, you got to stuff it under your mattress and you got to keep it in the bank and earn the measly little interest. Then they don't understand, yes, you have to keep some cash, obviously, right? You need liquid cash to live, to buy, whatever, emergencies, and so on and so forth. But you should be taking a part of that and putting it into assets, crypto, precious metal, golds, stocks, and so forth, real estate, and have it grow. Now, what did Paul Tudor Jones say in 2020? Bitcoin and crypto is the fastest horse in the race. So among the assets, he sees Bitcoin and crypto performing much better. And just recently, he came out and said in Q4 of 2021 that he's more bullish on Bitcoin now than he is on gold. That's not to say you shouldn't hold gold. I have some gold. I have some real estate. And I have my money in crypto and I have some stocks, right? So I diversify, each one of them, depending on how the market is or the economy is doing, can be a hedge against each other, right? If one's not performing as well, the other one's performing well. So I'm growing my wealth and increasing my money and value of my money over time versus having it depleting in my savings account, right? So let me give you some more details. Previously, anti-crypto investors are increasingly turning to Bitcoin and its brethren as a hedge against fiat currency inflation concerns. One example is Hungarian-born billionaire Thomas Peterfy, if I'm saying that right, who in Saturday Bloomberg report said it would be prudent to have 2 to 3% of one's portfolio in crypto assets just in case fiat goes to hell. He's reportedly worth $25 billion. Peterfy's firm, it says here, Interactive Brokers Group Incorporated, announced that it would be offering crypto trading to its clients in mid-2020 following increased demand for the asset class. The company currently offers Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash, but will be expanding that selection by another 5 to 10 coins this month. Peterfy, who holds an undisclosed amount of crypto himself, said that it is possible that digital assets would reap extraordinary returns, even if some could also go to zero. I think it can go to zero, and I think it can go to $1 million, he added before stating, I have no idea. Bridgewater Associates founder Ray Dalio is another renowned billionaire who revealed his portfolio contained some Bitcoin and Ether last year. This revelation came just a few months after he questioned crypto's properties as a store of value. Guys, we're seeing all the billionaires. We've even seen Mexico's Mexico's third wealthiest individual. He often tweets about Bitcoin on Twitter. He's a billionaire. And I even shared with you guys literally a couple of days ago, billionaire Joe Tsai, who is one of the, he's the executive vice chairman of Alibaba Group and the owner of the the Brooklyn Nets, the basketball team in New York, Brooklyn, of course. He tweeted, I like crypto. And I told you guys about that. And here just today, Justin Khan, who's a co-founder of Twitch, he tweeted, all roads lead to crypto. So actually, this tweet was from yesterday. We're just seeing everybody from almost every walk of life, and even those with huge influence and a lot of money and power, they're talking about crypto, guys. And, the fact that they're now jumping in and getting into this is so bullish. And those of us who've been here for years waiting patiently, we will be rewarded. But we have to be patient. It does take time. Here's another adoption news: $87 billion Italian bank to allow customers to buy Bitcoin early this year. So banks around the globe, stock exchanges, hedge funds, investment firms, corporates are all jumping in. So the name of the bank is Banca Generali, will reportedly enable its over 300,000 customers to buy and sell Bitcoin earlier this year to a native integration with Coinio. I actually have never heard of Coinio, but nevertheless, very bullish news, adoption happening. So, if you're currently looking at the prices and you're like, man, this sucks. We start the year kind of low, and you're getting kind of bored. It's okay to step away and just keep in the back of your mind, macro level, this thing is continuing to get adoption, is growing. I'm sharing the facts with you guys. We're not making up anything here. And we're just, once again, seeing people from all walks of life, and especially the wealthy, influential investors, they are jumping in. So that should give you confidence to keep holding and to be patient. Now, moving ahead, Congressman Tom Emmer, he's kind of pseudo trolling Gary Gensler. He tweeted out today, he said, "Still waiting, Gary Gensler," referring to his tweet from January 3rd, Tom Emmer's tweet saying, "Gary Gensler, I'm still waiting on your response to my November 3rd letter asking you to make sense of why Bitcoin futures ETFs are allowed to trade but not Bitcoin spot ETFs." So goes back to Gary Gensler. He's the bankster's puppet, and he knows that the spot ETF would benefit crypto. But the futures, while it is beneficial in the short term, long term, we've seen JP Morgan and these different folks use the paper ETFs and futures to essentially manipulate other markets like gold and silver. And trust me when I tell you, they want to do that to Bitcoin and crypto. But that's why we need that spot ETF, guys, because it has to be physically backed, fulfilled in actual Bitcoin. So glad to see Congressman Tom Emmer, who I've interviewed on the channel, continuing the good fight. And remember, he's the same guy who said XRP is not a security. So he's been putting pressure on Gensler and the SEC. And that's why I keep telling you guys, email, tweet, make videos, call, do what you need to do. Finally here, 3,452 Bitcoin mined in 2021 using hydropower. This is some bit farms. And if in yesterday's video, I talked to you guys about they got $100 million loan from Galaxy Digital, Mike Novogratz's firm. So we're seeing Bitcoin mining increasing, and they're using more renewable energy. And the bullish aspect of that is that they're holding the Bitcoin, they're not selling it, indicating they're looking for higher prices. So guys, not a lot of news, but I think some significant ones, especially the Melania Trump news. What do you guys think about this? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.